areas we need to recruit for, and is a quality keeper on the radar?
Yeah, quality keepers always vitally important. I think we did really well with Jordan coming in on loan last season from Sheffield United. I thought it was absolutely unbelievable. So many clean sheets, good performances, and obviously Harry, when Jordan was banned for a few games, came in, a couple of clean sheets I think in his 3 games, was outstanding as well. So we know we've got a fantastic young keeper in Harry, but we also want to provide competition and bring in the right type of quality in that position like we had with Jordan last season.
In terms of the main areas we need to recruit in, what would that be?
I think we look light defensively, obviously. At this moment in time, we've got John Lafood, who's come back after being on loan at Ashton United last season. Joe Tate and James Curtis are the 3. I think pretty sure they're the only 3 that are contracted to us for next season. So we know we need to strengthen in areas. But to be fair, you know, it's a big season next year for the club. So if the right quality becomes available in any position, you know better than me that we'll be looking to strengthen.
Okay, Stephen Guy, when you were both football players in the past, how did the experience prepare you to become football coaches?
I don't think much, to be honest. I think because we did it that young. You were 24, I was 25.
Yeah.
We were that young. The crazy thing is we've probably been managers longer than we were players. So we were learning on the job as we went along. Absolutely winged it for a few years. So I don't know if playing served any purpose in the way we coach and manage, but we certainly learned from failure, and we've obviously done our coaching badges and learnt from each other as we've gone along, as well as being sponges from other managers.
Who's the best player?
Different positions. He was a top player, loved playing with Bern. The problem was he got sent off every other game. No discipline, terrible. I just headed the ball. That's all I could do. I could head it further than I could kick it, but I was an absolute bull in front of goal when it come in. But no, but to be fair, he was a good player. I was okay.
Personal questions, Jack, please. Avoid them. Kai Fletcher, what are the aims for transfers this summer? For example, is there a specific position we will be focusing on? Similar to you just talked about.
Yeah. So obviously we know we've got to improve defensively. Obviously no goalkeeper apart from young Harry at this moment in time, who we've got big hopes for. But as I said, we want to strengthen any position where the players are right. But our target list is there. We like to think we've already hit a few of them, and continue to do so.
Mark Cartledge asks, when are the Moors getting promoted, Jonno?
This season.
Spennymoor Kirk Merrington Branch asks, how do you feel that the Salford documentary reflected on you as managers? The perception it gave you is on your management style. Do you feel it's a fair reflection?
I think it reflected on us being the most successful managers in non-league football. Facts don't lie. We won promotions. We won 3 in 4 years. The 1 year we didn't, we got beat on penalties in the playoffs. We showed how top we were as coaches and managers. We went out on a high by winning the league by 7 points.
Sorry.
Have you added that? Have you made that up? There we go.
Jamie Chandler asks, Gaffer, any chance I could have the link for the Adidas Thunder asking for a mate? Sorry.
No.
I've just looked at the bottom of his.
Did you see the sandals? No. I'm not even joking. You know, on Twitter, you wouldn't believe the amount of people that have asked where I've got them from.
Can you answer the question? Have you got the link?
Yes, I have, and I'll send it over tonight as well as a fine.
James Morley asks, is it true you have a tattoo on your belly saying Made in Bury?
I've got half a tattoo that says Made in Bury because I tried to have it lasered, and he knows I have anyway.
It doesn't state James Morley Senior or Junior.
Senior, I think. Senior.
But yeah, I've got a tattoo that says Made in Bury around my belly button.
I'm not going to ask them. Senior, I just want to show up, you know.
Why is this all? What?
Daniel Bennett asks, favourite moment of last season?
All the wins, I suppose. I'm taking a job, being offered the job eventually. That was certainly a proud moment. I feel very privileged to have took the job. Obviously, ultimately, the season ended with us missing out on the playoffs. We don't make any bones about things. We missed out on the playoffs, which ultimately was failure. But we felt towards the end of the season, we started to get the players understanding what it is we wanted to do, and I think that's when you've got an experienced squad that we've got in here. I think it was always going to be difficult and take a bit of time to sort of change what they've been through over the last few years. But I think now we've got the buy-in of the players. I think we'll see the fruits of our labour next season.
Jordan Rawcroft asks, looking back over your time at the club so far, what's your favourite game?
It's a mad one to answer this, right, because I was off ill. But I listened to the Brackley game, I listened to Jack on the Brackley game, and I know we drew, but we battered them. And it was on radio, and I watched the game back a few days after on Huddle. But just the commentary, and obviously speaking to you about it afterwards, the excitement that it created. Because even up until the 70th minute against Chorley, we was going for the playoffs. Yeah. We believed we'd get in there. So with that excitement at the end, getting that goal and hearing the crowd in the background, I think I really enjoyed that. I know it weren't the result we probably wanted, and there'll be one or two people thinking you drew a game, but I think it was the excitement that it created. I think that's what me and you were all about, and I think we started to see that sign. Also, who else did we beat late on? Was it Leamington late on?
I think the atmosphere we created against Plymouth Parkway late on in the game.
Yeah, that was good. Absolutely, yeah. That was being 1-0 down as well, and in the way the weather was as well that day. As I say, I think I know it sounds mad pinpointing individual games, but I think the way the lads bought into what me and you were about, it's, them training sessions over the first couple of months of the season were hard, they were tough, but the lads took everything on board, and I think what we saw at the back end was that sort of paying dividends.
Jack Waters, how did you come to the decision to be joint managers?
Because Bernard decided one day to ring me up and ask if we wanted to go to Rammy and ask the chairman if we wanted the job. That it's as simple as that. The chairman was planting daffodils. I went and got pumped on the last game. It seemed like 6-2 in a local derby, and he offered us a job straight after.
I played poorly in that game.
I know you did, yeah. Bad that really when you think about it, yeah, you did. But there were no science behind it, was there? We just rocked up at the ground and asked the chairman for the job, and he gave it us a few weeks later. That was it. That was the story behind it.
Yeah. Keenan Simmons, what game sticks out as having the best atmosphere?
Probably that Brackley one. I know it sounds mad because I wasn't there. I actually enjoyed the last game against Chorley as well. I thought the atmosphere was fantastic that day, because I think there was that feeling of potentially getting in, although it needed that sort of minor miracle. But as I say, up until the 75th, 80th minute, a couple of goals. I think Farsley, if they'd have scored, would have given us a real chance of still getting in. So I think the atmosphere was brilliant. Listen, the
support away at Dagenham was magnificent as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The noise and the amount that we took there when you think about it, how far away it was. I think it's been great all the way through. I think the big thing that I've noticed here, and we've talked about a lot, is the encouragement, is the positivity. No matter what the result was, is that it's always been really positive. I think laying into players coming off the pitch after a poor performance or a bad result doesn't help them. And I think that the way they played their part, I think at York as well away from home were fantastic. Really good numbers, good few hundred there. They were brilliant. You could hear them all the way through. They pushed us on that day. So I think they've been brilliant in most games, to be fair.
How would you compare Glenn Taylor to yourself as a striker? And is he the best in the world, yes or no?
Yes, he's the best in the world without a shadow of a doubt. Quite similar really, both natural finishers, both grafters, both tall and handsome, although he's got a bigger nose than me. Oh, is that the one you said about the last one? Oh, I thought you said the one at the bottom. I thought they were going to come for my tattoo on my vest or something.
I was reading Jamie Chandler's, and on the Jamie Chandler's I see James Marley.
So it's quite personal towards me then, weren't it?
Thanks for everybody that sent the questions in. Some good questions, and obviously some very good answers from Anthony.
And no, I'm not showing my tattoo.
Please.
£10 each of you two, and I'd do it 100%.